Katiwa.
Okay.
I come from Kenya. Nice meeting you. They call me the Caribbean Queen in Kenya.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well,
and
nice
I was at your show at Summer Jam. And when I posted your picture, people went crazy because people love you so much.
Oh, that's amazing.
And
Happy to hear that.
Asking, when are you coming to Kenya? When are you coming to Kenya? Which is a conversation that I was having with your team.
Okay.
Yes.
I guess when a promoter takes me there.
Exactly. We'll have to arrange that.
All right.
Grace Hamilton.
Thank you for having me.
I love you so much.
Thank you. I love you too.
I'm your fan. I've watched your journey from how you started, you being an accountant and leaving that aside, into going to the musical journey.
Yes.
How would you describe that for you? Because it was a shift of change from doing something that, was different from music.
It's a very long story sometimes when people ask me how I started, but to make a long story short, I started when I was extremely young.
Yeah.
And I started in church.
Yes. Choir.
I was on my church choir.
Yeah.
As you know, most black homes and in Jamaica, that's the culture. As you're a little girl, you got to go to Sunday school, you got to go to church, if you can sing, they put you on the choir and stuff like that. So that's really where I started.
Right.
My voice kind of projected when, the electricity went out in the church, and I was so tiny at the time. And I started singing, and they were like, wow. And so they started to tell my mom, oh my God, you have a little girl that can sing. Transitioning from church and being on the choir, my father, he was a Rasta man, so he used to play a lot of Bob Marley in the house. He used to play a lot of Professor Nuts and Toots and those type of music.
Yeah.
So that's where I kind of, music on a whole, reggae music was birthed to me from my father, and he used to play them every day. And especially Professor Nuts, he used to say, anybody can sing this, Professor Nuts, gonna get extra food in their plate. Because I was I love my food.
We know you love your food.
And I used to sing for that food. And so after getting, to know reggae music on a whole, as you grew older and going to high school, St. Catherine High School, and going out and hearing parties, that's when dancehall was introduced to me. Right. And so I transitioned from a lover of reggae to dancehall music. So I kind of prefer the more hardcore music.
Okay.
So that's how I transitioned into dancehall. Okay. My father died when I was very young. So when I was 9 years old, I just felt like this is a promise to him because he wanted me to do music. So I give my whole career to my dad.
I'm so proud of you. Let me reintroduce. Let me just say it again. The Queen of Dancehall, Spice, Grammy nominated.
Yes.
I was really angry when
everybody was.
I really felt bad, but I just believe that thing was meant for you, and you'll still achieve it. You transitioned from 2018, to going to, Atlanta, Love and Hiphop. And a lot of people feel like it really added a lot into your career because Grace, you know to market your
absolutely.
We will see you introducing new songs and new projects,
absolutely all
to
the time.
Reality show.
I tell people I use Love and Hip Hop to propel my career to the international audience because you got to realize coming out of the Caribbean as a Jamaican woman, there's a lot of different places within America and certain parts of the world that don't know the face. They may know the song, but they don't know the face. So I kind of came up with the idea for people to get more familiar with me and my personality and who I am. So that's how I kind of branched off into that franchise of Love and Hip Hop.
Okay. 22 years in the game.
Yes.
You popped out on the 2000.
Yes.
And you're still in the game.
Still in the game.
What's the secret?
Consistency.
Yes,
I definitely think that's the secret. And believing in yourself. A lot of people say hard work. That's a part of it.
Okay.
But I think smart work makes more sense.
Smart work makes more sense. I'm learning from you. I'm learning a lot.
Because you can work hard and you work hard, but it's not getting where you need to be. But if you work smart, that also attests to where you need to go.
Romping that's so it came out and everyone blew.
Definitely.
Everyone. You've been extremely consistent. You've been, giving us bangers and bangers. And there, 10, the album came out.
Yes.
Before the album came out, I really follow you on Instagram.
You do.
So much, to an extent where when you're in your kitchen and your fridge, We are there. We know this.
You're in my home with me.
I'm in your home with everything.
Yes.
And for me, I would say your music has really, really played like it has sold itself. Like it has sold you. But now let's talk about the 10.
My album.
10.
After 10 years, it's not easy at all. That album it means a lot to me.
Okay.
And every time I speak about the album, I have to speak on Shaggy, who I now refer to my hero because I feel like he saved me. I've been in the business for 20 years, as you know, and that's 2 decades. It's a long time. And 10 years ago, I signed a record deal with VP Records, and there's a recorded history out there of us going back and forth, and we weren't seen eye to eye. And because we weren't seen eye to eye as my record label, I just became my own record label, my own producer, my own manager, started doing everything on my own, started releasing my music. And Shaggy was the one who stepped in after I reached out to him and said, hey, we need to do a collab. And he was like, how come you don't have an album? And I explained the situation. He was like, well, I'm going to fix it and I'm going to be the executive producer. And that's how the 10 album came about. So I decided to call it 10 so people could realize that it took me 10 years, but I still never gave up. I still was consistent, and which goes back to me saying consistency and smart work, because it was me working smart, because within the 10 years, I wasn't supposed to put out any records.
Yes.
So that's why I say smart work plays a lot.
Before you even released your album, there's a time, that is in 2018 if I'm not wrong, you released a mixtape.
Yes.
Captured.
Yes.
And it went haywire.
Yes.
On billboards.
Yes.
For 15 weeks.
Yes.
It was just, how did that feel for you?
It felt amazing because I wanted to send a message to my record label, and I wanted to make sure that they realize that, listen, even though you've captured me, I'm not going to let you capture my voice. Okay. And so that's where the idea of that mixtape came about when I released it. And the fact that I released it without them at the time, and it was doing so extremely well. I was at home just smiling. I was like, yes. And
looking and smiling and taking it in. Before even that, there's a family, there's the Spice, Grace in the house, cooking, family oriented, your sister, your mother,
I know,
your boyfriend, and your kids, such wonderful kids.
Thank you.
And they're brilliant.
Thank you.
How do you juggle that?
It's hard. It's one of the hardest part, because there's times as a mother when certain important factors come into play where you have to be there, and you probably already is obligated in a contract. Right. So contractually, you're already signed a contract to be at a performance, but they may send an email, oh, we have a parents-teacher meeting, and you need to be there. So it's very difficult, because as a mom, I don't want to never be there for my child. Right. And so it always plays a damper on me. But I always try to never miss the important dates. Now, I never miss a birthday. We never miss Christmas being together. We never miss, anything happen, that sports day. I never miss a sports day. I'm the mom at sports day that you have to hear my mouth and you have to know I'm there, because I'm going to be, run, Nicholas, run, Titan.
I remember there's a time you posted a video going to your son's school, if I'm not wrong, or your daughter's. And you say, today I'm Grace.
Yes.
I'm not Spice.
Yes, there's a difference.
There's a difference. And let me tell you, I love your personality so much. Because that makes you relate with people more.
Yes.
And especially when you say, your teeth clean.
Yes.
Your poke.
Yes.
I really, really love that. And people love that. But we cannot avoid the fact that 10 is such a big album for you.
Thank you.
And I would ask you, what's your favorite? Because I know it's difficult.
My favorite, no. It's not possible to find a favorite.
Okay.
But I will say to you, the first song on my album called Spice, I would love everyone to listen to it. Simply because it tells you who I am, where I'm coming from, people that helped me along the way. I paid a lot of homage, and it kind of, if you don't know about Spice, the song called Spice on my album, it will tell you exactly who I am and where I'm coming from.
All right, I know time is not on our side, and I would really love to have like a whole moment with you, because there's a lot that you're doing. I saw you with podcast. I need to be on that.
Yes.
I just need to be on that. But Spice, you were in Canada performing for last month. People were celebrating the Pride Month, and I was so proud when you made that move.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you have fans everywhere.
Everywhere.
But you got a lot of backlash and a lot of judgment.
Yes.
How do you balance that? Because even without that, we've seen a lot of...
I balance it the same way how I balance everything else. My life is not for people to make that decision for. I've always been that black woman who stand up for her rights and what she believes in. I don't care. I'm very nonchalant. I leave it on the table. You take it or leave it. Either you love me or you hate me. I really don't care. But I'm going to always be myself. And for me, I feel like I have fans who are a part of the LGBT community. So for me to say, oh, I'm not doing any performance because, you know, these people are from the LGBT community, that would be so stupid of me. So my fans, they love me, they support me. When I put up my music, they buy it, they stream it. And before they support me, they don't say, oh, I'm LGBT, I'm black, I'm white, I'm this, I'm that. Should I support you? No. So why should I then ask a question, who you are, what race you're from, what's your sexual preference, what sexual, I don't care. I love each of my fans equally the same, and I'm always going to support each and every one. You know, it doesn't matter where they're from and what their sexual preference is, and that's just my stand on it. It's not for anyone else to make a decision. So yes, I know that my culture, a part of my culture, I don't want to say everybody because it wasn't everyone. It was a few particular persons who was like, oh, you're from Jamaica, you should not be on Pride, you should not affiliate with certain things. No, my stand is I love everyone. Just the same.
Take us through just a little bit the process of you preparing yourself to go to the stage. You have mad energy.
Yes.
Your dancers, I need some lessons. I need to know how to. By the moment I'm going back to Kenya, because I came all the way from Kenya, and I said I have to have this with you. What do you use? They asked me to ask you, does Spice really use that thing? Like,
no.
Skunk?
So I don't smoke. I don't smoke at all.
Okay.
And the only thing I drink is Magnum tonic wine.
You've sold it. They need to add you some more coins. They need to.
That's the only thing I drink. I don't, you know, try to drink any heavy alcohol or anything to get on stage. It comes naturally for me. And I feel like I was born this way. You know, to perform and to entertain. I don't have to, like, I could be here right now and they say there's a show outside and I'm going to go out there and give the same energy. Because I naturally do it without, you know, anything, any addition.
10 has set the bar high.
Yes.
A lot of people, a lot of your fans have too much expectations on you. So let me just ask you, what next? What should we expect
I have
from
something
you?
coming out for this birthday. It's called Emancipated, because it's my first time being free as an independent artist for the past 10 years. So I'm celebrating that this year. So look out for Emancipated.
Oh, I'm so happy. I wish we can have more time to have this conversation, but I really, really appreciate that. But one advice that you'd give me, I really want to be a superstar like you. I really want to get to those levels.
All right. I would just say good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes better and your better becomes best. And always remember that someone's opinion of you does not define who you are. Just sky's the limit. Never stop. Work smart, not hard.
Not hard. Thank you so much, Spice, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And have a wonderful journey.
You too.
Thank you.
Absolutely amazing.
That has been Spice, the Queen of Dancehall, and of course, call me Miss Katua, the Caribbean Queen. You know how we do it. Each and every Reggae Tuesdays.
Nice to meet you, my sister.
Nice to meet you.
Take care. I wish I had makeup and stuff to go on.
No problem, Spice.
Put a picture on it, man. They'll appreciate the voice.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Adrian. Bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.